Hello, I'm Lynn Parnell of Logistics Partners Consultancy Limited, and today I'm going to share some of my tips on IT implementations in logistics and supply chain. This is based on my nearly 30 years of being involved in such projects, and since 2000 I've run Logistics Partners and have successfully delivered on time and in budget multiple projects for different customers. My first tip is you need to start with a clear project definition which includes measurable goals. So within your project definition, you need to state and document why you're actually doing the project in the first place and what you are expecting to achieve. And they need to be measurable so that we can see at the end whether we were successful or not. You also need to say when the system is required, any constraints around it, what are the risks of doing this project, what could go wrong, how we will mitigate those. And just as important as saying what's inside the project, you also need to say what is out of scope of the project as well. So what we're definitely not going to get involved with during this project. My second tip is one that's sometimes controversial. Of the successful projects I've been involved with, I have always insisted that the business lead the project. IT can be involved and they need to be involved and they will be an important support part of the project. But at the end of the day, unless it is an IT only project, the business are the ones that are going to get any benefits from the project. They're the ones where the people are going to be affected most by the project and therefore they need to lead the project. My third tip is that we need a strong executive sponsor. It's really the most important role on the project. They need to understand the business and have some skin in the game on what actually needs to be achieved. They need to have the power to make things happen so that they can change resources, have some budgetary responsibility. They need to have the time to do the project role. They don't need to day-to-day be involved, but they do need to make sure that they have time to be kept up to date on the project. And the most important thing of this most important role is that they're a decisive person. Sometimes they're going to have to make decisions quickly. Sometimes those decisions actually doesn't really matter which way they go. But if we dither about or we delay making a decision, then we will increase our budget and we will delay our project. My fourth tip is that you must involve right from the start the people that are actually going to be using the systems. So involve the people that will be running those systems. That will ensure that we have a usable system. It will help with our communication back to the people, their associates that will also be running the system. It will reduce the cost because they can test, they can train people, they can provide ongoing support when your software house returns back to base. And it also helps ensure ownership. So I would also say take on board into the project team your most cynical person within your operation. And my last tip for today is minimize any changes you are making to software unless you are in a truly bespoke environment and you've decided to take on board a packaged solution. Then do not adopt and make changes to that packaged solution just because of things you have done for a long time or bad practice you have, but that's the only way you know of doing it. You need to amend your operation to fit the software that you've chosen through your selection process, because we all know that bespoke software increases the cost on support, makes upgrades much more difficult, and also increases the risk. So they're my top 5 tips for a successful on time and in budget IT implementation within logistics and supply chain. Thank you.